Alright, so in today's video, we have a gold somber and sojourn, probably a lot more sojourn. And this game is something that happens a lot in ranked, and I'm curious. First of all, I'm impressed by this because they say that they, just a spoiler, they do lose this game. But they say they lose this game, but had 50 more limbs than the other team. And then I was like, wait, did they have 50 more limbs? No, they went and added up every single limb on both teams and realize they have more than 50 limbs. They want to know why they lose that game. They think they should always win. Well, I imagine they always think they should win games that they have 50 plus limbs, but you'd be surprised at how many times the team with less limbs wins. They want to know how to win this game. Sub to the YouTube if you haven't. Seriously. Sub to the YouTube.
I feel like this is one of those, like, the scoreboard isn't quite going to showcase what's happening type of situations, but I also kind of want to see. So we'll see. Let's see. How does their team lose when they have 50 more limbs as a team? Good hack on the Mercy. I mean, that was kind of a correct. I feel like this whole... Is that what it sounds like when two Sombers are shooting at each other? Did you hear that? That was like, was that two Sombers just like... Be careful, by the way, use your... Yeah, I was going to say. So one thing I want to point out to you already, if you're going to go and engage their team, you need to be really careful with just like throwing your cooldowns around and running at them. You need to have an escape when you make that play, otherwise that's what happens to you. What's their rank? Oh, wow, that was quick. That was immediate. Okay. So far, like, and I can already see what's kind of happening. Like, right there, your teammates got a lot of limbs already, but you didn't really get much card time. So what's going to happen is I have a feeling your team's going to get a lot of random picks, but you're not going to be able to follow up on them as much, and then you're going to run into issues. We'll see, though. PC, I think so. I forgot to look. All right, so what's the play here? What is the... What are you shooting at? Because I've watched you kind of just randomly start shooting. Listen, when you're playing Sojourn, you don't want to, like, how do I explain this? You don't want to go for, like, these small corridors, because that's what's going to happen. Like, use your mobility and your movement. Well, that's the same thing, but, like, go, like, left side. Like, go to the left. Oh, let's go down. Oh, okay, up here. Oh, no, never mind. You think they're spy checking? I mean, even then, they knew the Sombra was behind them to begin with. It's not like they heard the Sombra up on the bridge. Like, I understand the idea of spy checking, but, like, they're not even spy checking remotely close to where they last saw the Sombra. And with the way that Sombra is now, Sombra's escape is a lot more obvious, and you can kind of see where they're going to be going, or you're going to be here where they're going, right? So at that point, they're spy checking nothing because they already knew where the Sombra was to begin with. I understand the concept of spy checking. I have to do it on Diva all the time. We'll see. Nice shot. I can see why your team's gonna get a limbs. Like, these team fights, like, you're getting a limbs early, but now your team's in a good spot. Actually, you should be able to ult this and win. Nice shot. Yeah, you're good. Did I hear an Ana flanking behind you, or is that just... Nice, good play. I was hoping that Ryan had Shatter just came in with a big slam. Said give Zen 3 healing orbs? Yeah, that would be a great idea. I would love that. We should do that, definitely. That's great. Okay, so you got the point. Sim just went to your backline and rolled. Okay. I want you to try to use your mobility more. I'm telling you right now, you're kind of just staying there, like, stagnant, and you're not doing anything half the time. And then this is where I talk about, like, finding value even when, like, there isn't a team fight happening. Value can be map control. Value can be, obviously, damage. Value can be not getting rolled. Like, all of those are value to an extent, right? Well, rank is this gold one. We do have a diamond VOD after this game, though. I know people wanted to see more of, like, that stuff too. We have a diamond VOD that's also going to be an interesting one, I think. All right, here we go. Oh, big slam. Do you see what's happening, though? Your Sojourn getting shattered by a Reinhardt on a map that is good for high ground. Like, listen, you're gonna get shattered sometimes, but, like, I'd rather see you get shattered when it's, like, more of, like, you have a cohesive team effort of what you're doing, rather than you just being on the low ground. That's what you're doing. You're just doing the same rotation. Go to your left. There's stairs there now. No. You made the right play. Go left. No. Go to the other. So you're go left or top right. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna show you. Look at. They added this part to Gibraltar, I don't even know how many seasons ago now, which, by the way, I still would love to see more additions to maps like this. Blizzard kind of went into Gibraltar, looked at some of, like, the issues the map had, and made the map play a little bit better, right? That high ground area to go up there is a lot easier. Like, it's a lot easier to get up to high ground. Like, imagine if you went up the stairs when they sim-walled. The sim-wall was right here. Watch what happens. You're up here behind them. You see this? Look at this. You go here. As Sojourn, you can go here and then go on top of the ship. Now you have map control. Are you seeing this? If they're going to play low ground and you play low ground into a Rhine comp, you're playing into the way that they want to play, not the way that you want to play. Are you seeing the difference here? Like, that's the issue you're running into over and over again. Go top right. Top right. All right, time to get shattered again. Oh, big slam! Thankfully, the Zenyatta one-shot the Rhine. Nice shot. At least you're getting good ults, right? So you had said, what are things that you can do to improve on? Chat is going to be so surprised when I say this. Go high ground. Like, it's just... With your mobility and the way their team's playing, it's going to play into your favor. All right, there we go. Now, granted, keep in mind, I'll show you situations. If you went high ground to the bridge here, you might have gotten rolled, right? Initially. But as the team fight starts to, like, open up and you have to go to different spots, you want to do that. I mean, I can understand the overtime point about high ground. I'm the same way. I'm like, unless my teammate specifically tells me to get off the cart, I stay on the cart. Because every time I get off the cart, we end up losing. Because everybody gets off the cart. So I'm like, I'm staying here. Unless my teammate specifically says, I have cart, I have cart. Yeah, I mean, this Sojourn skin and, like, weapon always look cool. I agree. There's one thing we can't deny. The skins in this game look really, really cool. And I'm sure will continue to look really cool. And it sounds like it's going to be more collabs this year, so I imagine we're going to see some really cool stuff. I want you to eventually get that middle bridge control, okay?
This ends now.
You've had pretty solid ultimates, by the way. I'm going to show you something here in a second, in between this half. Okay, I'm going to pause very quickly. Actually, let me just let this go through, and I'm going to show you something. I'll kind of show you what I like about high ground and why it becomes so important at a certain point, all right?
So if I'm playing tank, outside of if I'm playing Sigma against a Rush Rhine comp, right? Sigma will struggle against Rush Rhine comp. If I'm playing a tank and there's people in front of me, what is going to be more difficult, or I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. What's going to be difficult, right? Is it going to be me as a tank doing this? So the Reinhardt, for example, is seeing this. Okay, this is the Reinhardt. Shields up, right? Hello, I'm Rhine. Is it going to be better for the Rhine if the Rhine is looking at the whole team going, they're right there. That's the team. Yeah, right there. Or what's going to be more difficult for the Rein if somebody's on high ground and the Rein's like this, right? You're now forcing the Reinhardt. Why do I look like I'm in like one of those like whose line? ID. Okay, but like the Reinhardt's like up over there. Like the Reinhardt has to look in different spots. So when you play into the Rein, you're playing into how they want to play, right? You're playing into how they want to play. That's what you're doing. So when you go high ground in these situations, even if it's just you initially, those pop shots, even if you do 5 damage, can cause issues. The Reinhardt has to go like this, right? Now they can shoot the Rein underneath the shield. The Rein has to turn. Now the teammates are susceptible, and that's how you win and make it difficult on tanks. If I'm a tank and I have to do this the whole time, right? I'm gonna struggle more than if I'm just like shooting my shots or just going like this the whole time. You see what I'm saying? That's why I always bring up the idea of high ground. And listen, if your team's not gonna use it and like you have to drop off high ground, that's fine, but at least take the high ground, right? That's kind of the point I'm making here. Otherwise, you're just playing into the tank.
I mean, yeah, that show used to be on when I was a kid all the time. Whose Line? Like, it was always on when I was a kid, so. Oh, man. All right, it's time. You said I'm weird? Thank you. All right, here we go. This is high ground, by the way. And you're seeing the Reinhardt now, how the Reinhardt has to react slightly differently to what's happening, right? And I'm not saying it's going to be perfect every time, but you're already seeing that your Reinhardt had to deal with 2 different angles and kind of was just all over the place there. Like that's why they're called off angles. That's why you create different, like, if you just play into how people want to play. And a lot of the time, chat, let's, like, honestly, if you play a game of Overwatch, a lot of the time, you're probably going to want to play into that Reinhardt playstyle, right? Like, on your team, you would love it if your team has a Rein, your Rein's holding shield, the other team is holding shield, and you're sitting there about to break the Rein shield, and they're all stacked, right? Like, that is, like, what you want to do. So when you start to stray away from that, people don't play as well against that type of situation, right? Like, you run into issues where, like, you're just not, you're just changing up their strategy. And like, you have to react to it, and a lot of times, players won't react to it quickly enough. Which can get you 3-4 minutes on a point, and then, yeah, they might alt-stack, and they might make it a little bit more difficult for you, but, like, if a team has to alt-stack to win team fights, you're putting yourself in a good spot. So. Now you're back on low ground. These type of games can show you, like, and keep in mind, I do want to point this out again. Like, let's say that you're in bronze and silver, and you go, yeah, my teammates are going high ground. That's okay. The game is going to play differently from bronze to top 500, right? What I'm doing is more giving you, like, the idea of the high ground, the option of it, and recognizing even if you go up there, you can always drop down with your team, right? I know that, like, in a lot of games, in bronze, silver, you're going to hold closer on the choke. You're not going to play more of the, like, the spots that you would see in top 500. I get that. That's how it's going to be. As you climb, the way it plays is going to shift. Also, I would just get out of there in general. So it's better just to reset there and go in. The Pharah, wasn't it great? Okay. So now what you want to do is you want to start up on top of the ship. At the very least, go to the bridge. Don't stand down here. Go up top. Go up top. Let's head up those stairs to your left over there. See where your Ana's going? Head over to head over there. Let's go on. Your Ana's on high ground. Okay, I'll take this. This is acceptable. I am okay with this. I am fine with this. This is fine. Nice play. Good job. Keep in mind, I'm showing you what happens when... This is an example of what can happen. Now, granted, you are getting nanoed and all that, but this is what happens when you're not just sitting there right in front of a Reinhardt and a whole team to get you. You get multiple limbs, you win the team fight for your team. Yeah, you ult a little bit, but, like, it works. Do you see? Are you seeing the difference there? That's good. That's a good play. Back from the gym? Heck yeah. Are we still reviving?
Keep pushing. Stop that payload.
Try to get up to the high ground in a second if you can. I know you do have a couple of limbs here. But just be careful. You're making this easy on the other team. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you can just see what's happening. What rank is this? This is gold. This is gold. If I ever watch a spectate, then watch another from a same person like a month or two later, I would love to do that. I think it's not a bad idea. You know what? Out of curiosity, chat, like, do you think that it would be fun to add a spectating series where we have a follow-up, like months later to some of the videos we had? Ooh, a spectating series, where are they now? Ooh, I kind of like that. That's kind of a good concept. Yeah, it's not going to be like, I'm not going to like do it all the time, but like if I can find a good game of somebody that we previously have, I'm curious in that one. Ugh. I would have to make a separate spectating channel though. Like, it has to be like, it's not a bad idea. You know what? I think what we do, that's gonna be one of those. That's gonna be one of those like things that, you know what we should do? Yeah, 2 months later, they've dropped 4 ranks. Go high ground, please. Top left. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Pausing. There's a reason why you see a lot of players go here or here. I'm gonna show you why. Are you ready? If you go here, they have to worry about a second angle. If you go here, they have to worry about looking up. Go high ground on either or of these sides. This one is a little bit riskier, but really good. This one is safer and also really good. I like this high ground if you can play it correctly because it creates crossfires and different angles. All right, there you go. All right, here we go. High ground. No, not a new YouTube channel. I need to make a new Discord channel, so it'd be like people have previously submitted and had their videos on YouTube. We'll put them in there so we can kind of see if there's any good ones. I'm telling you right now, and I'm not saying that the time will be, but you're saying like, hey, what can I do in these situations to improve what's been going on? Like right now, you're giving the other team free limbs. Like you are straight up giving the other team free limbs. Like, that's what you're doing. You're just giving the team free limbs. Like, and you're wondering, hey, we have 50 more limbs combined as a team, like, than them. Like, it doesn't matter if, like, the other team is pushing the cart and you have more time. Like, it's, like, you can get 3 headshots with a Widow, but if you don't get on the cart and they keep pushing it, then they all come back in time, like, it's not gonna matter. You can have, it happens all the time where, like, I'll show chat, I'll be like, hey, if you look at this scoreboard, do you expect this team to win? I had a game yesterday, I think, where the other team had 40 limbs. I think the highest limb on our team was 19 limbs, and we won. So the other team was just getting constant one-shots, but when the team fights, when we finally engaged a team fight, we won. So, like, we lost every single, like, 1v1, but the moment we engaged on a team fight, we would win that, and the other team couldn't win a team fight. They would only, like, win fights off of picks alone. Go top left! Top left! Top left, just for a second, until they back away, and then you can rotate around. You know what? Never mind. Stay here. Get the free eliminate Orisa. But you can do the same thing up there anyway. All right. What time's the patch out? Hour and 40 minutes. Go server. Okay, once again, your positioning is why you're losing this. Server. This is server. You're gonna hear me talk about Gibraltar. This is server. We call it server in Gibraltar, the well-known spot. What is gonna be better? If you stay over here on the low ground so an Orisa can do that, or if you go into a room where you can play angles here. Look at this angle. See this right here? You help your team. This is before any of the limbs, by the way. You help your team. They have to worry about you. You have a health pack to cover if they overdive you. Then you can use your mobility to go up here, and you're good. See these rotations? This is good. So server control is huge. Playing here, not good. Not good. Because it gives a hero like Orisa the ability to do what we just saw. And that's where, like, your improvement will come, is just like you can hit your shots. We've seen your ultimate. You're not playing to the advantages of the map. You're just playing the same style, whether it's King's Row, Junkertown, Gibraltar, Ravassa, I can name maps. That's really cool. You're doing the same thing. There's nothing that you're changing about what you're doing based off of the map. And sometimes the map can make or break a map or make or break a game for you too. So it just, remember these type of situations, like, because you can definitely do well in that. It just, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to pop off, at least in my opinion. What about Shabali? They probably play the same way. Okay, here we go. You're on high ground to start. I want you to kind of see what their reaction is right now. They're kind of looking up at you. The supports aren't with the Rhine. They're all, like, Moira's using a damage orb on you high ground. You just saw somebody right behind your teammates. You missed the high ground. You're on low ground again. Here we go again. I think you'll be fine for a second. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. What a treat. And there we go. Oh, now you're in their team. Somehow you get out of there, but your teammate has to Suzu into you, so now you don't have Suzu or TP, and then you go back to spawn. You see what happens there when you just aren't on high ground? All of that. Now your teammate didn't have Suzu to save maybe your BAP. Now they can run at you. Now they're getting the limbs. Are you seeing all of this? What's happening? Back up. Back up. Back up. Don't stagger. This a limb. All this damage does not matter right now. Back up. Good job. Go top right now. Top right. Top right. Top right. Nice play. This is good. Yep. Go left side now. Like, cross over here. Now you have a good angle. Now they have to worry about you more. And look, you get a free limb. Nice job. You see the availability? Imagine if you were standing right in front of that Ryan like you have in the majority of the game. That limb doesn't happen. See Ryan's HP now? Perfect. Are you seeing this? Look at this. I love it. Look at this. I love it. The reason why the Reaper died there is because the cart moved a little bit. Now go do what you just did again. Don't go low ground. I mean, this is high ground right now, but I don't want to see you head to the cart. I want to see you go top left up on the... Actually, this is fine. You can stay right here if you really want to. This is fine. Don't chase the Reaper. Just look that way. Now, oh. Win or lose here, it's okay. Now you're server control. They have to run for you. This is perfect. This is good position. Win or lose, I'm happy with this. But that, listen, even if you lose the game off of that, I like how you did that. That was so much better because you would have been Reaper ulted and lost that game with the Reaper ult. I still like the play that you did there. Like, this was all good. All right? All right. So the question you had was, how'd you lose this game if you had 50 more limbs? Because your team wasn't winning team fights. You just sat there, you played into their team. When it finally came down to their ultimates, they won off of ultimates and you lost every single time. That's why. That's it. You can have more limbs by a lot, but if the other team is playing the objective better or you're playing into the other team, you can still lose the game, which is what you did. I want you to start working on going for high ground. I want you to understand why you're going high ground. And I want you to start to focus more on not playing into how the other team is playing. Play more like... Play into, like, the strength of what your hero is rather than playing into what the other team wants you to play or how they want you to play, and you'll improve. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. We have pretty much everyday uploads on those channels now, so make sure to stop by. A lot of different videos on there. It's awesome. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord, where you can submit your spectating on there. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat right there, so make sure to stop by. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day /night.